Hello everybody, so welcome back to another YouTube video. I hope you guys are having just as an amazing day as I am, and today I'm actually going to be showing you guys the best tips and tricks on improving your exteriors and building in Bloxburg. I really hope this helps you for your future builds, and let's jump right in. Alright guys, so the first tip on this is basically you just really want to have some good exteriors, and what I mean by this is you do not want to just kind of like have a box shaped like this. I mean, it could be very simple and you could make it look nice, but still you guys, you don't want to have a box shape like that. But instead you really want something like very unique and realistic, such as very like a lot of openings and stuff, and just really, I don't even know how to explain it, but just super not squarish, and you just don't want it to be squarish, rectangulish, or anything like that. So just make something very unique and special, just like that. So you do not want to just make anything too bad or like that. You can probably make the square look good at some point, but guys, it's in the meantime, you just don't want to have a square. So on to the next tip. Alright everybody, so the next tip, believe it or not, is gardening. Gardening helps my houses in all my builds so much, guys. So please do not skip the gardening. Gardening will help you so much. I'm telling you guys, do not skip that gardening. I'm like trying to make a quick, small, one-story house outline here, so don't mind me like making a roof or anything. But and then, so you really want all of your amazing plants and stuff, because do not go wrong with those plants, guys. Those plants help your house so much, guys. It really does. So now all you have to do really is go into you want to go into I'm just like going into that. But you want to go into actually garden, and here like you have like the cheapest selection of plants there probably is out there. So just like don't go wrong with the plants. They're just so cheap, but they make a total difference to your house just by adding a simple line of plants to your house. Really makes a tremendous difference, guys. I'm not gonna spend this much time on your house, on my house here, but the next step to this is like, if you like aesthetic stuff, I really suggest sage green for coloring your plants and stuff, because it really helps in like all of my aesthetic houses. Sometimes it could look like a dead greenish, but still, guys, it really helps on your houses. So please do not skip coloring your houses. Coloring the gardening of your houses, and do not skip gardening at all. Alright guys, so the next step is lighting, and you're probably like, Victoria, that's actually an interior help. That's actually an interior tip. But guess what? I'm not gonna skip like lighting a lot, because it really messed up my houses in a point, and you really need to learn the arts of lighting, which that sounds pretty weird, but it is an art, and to understand it properly you have to continue watching the video. So the tip I really do not recommend here is adding like a bright yellow of your house like that. I don't really recommend it for like any type of house. And I also do not recommend industrial white or any type of white, because it just makes your house too big. And even if you're doing a modern design house and you want it to be very modern, I would suggest your light colors as a type of gray, like fossil or like oyster or medium stone gray. Medium stone gray really works good with like modern houses. And yeah, just like if you're doing the modern types of houses, you could do medium stone gray. And if you kind of want a aesthetic type of house, you could do linen. It really works well with like all of my colors, and do not skip it. Alright guys, so the next step is do not make too big houses. And I know that you guys are like, I really want to have a humongous mansion, I want to be original. But the thing is, going too humongous can kind of result a bit ugly, because like sometimes it can kind of get out of line a bit. Something like the model I'm making here, it could get too out of line, and it's just way too much room to fill. It's like, it's almost impossible. I'm not really impossible, but it's gonna take you a lot of money to fill that big house, and you won't even have any room for gardening, because like you just kind of made it in front of the house. And even I'm just gonna try to do an example of pizza boxes because they're cheap here. But yeah, it takes so long to fill this house, guys. It's gonna take you a lot, and I'm pretty sure you do not want to fill your houses with pizza boxes. So it's probably gonna take so much money. Yeah, with like actual real decorations of an actual house instead of just pizza boxes we're making here. But I'm just gonna delete that and show the example what's really good. So even in my builds of mansions, I still do not really like to do too big houses where I can't fill the space with the amount of money I have. So really, I like to go kind of unique and all these cuts and lines that are very different and stuff. And really, this will kind of be a good size for a mansion, and my houses still look like a pretty good size for a mansion, even when it's not as big as the model I just showed you guys. But trust me guys, do not go with the first model I showed you guys, because it's a bit out of line and it's just gonna take a while to fill up the space, and at the end you're probably not even gonna like it because the exterior. So on to the next tip. Okay guys, so the next tip is fences, and fences could get really hard, especially if you want like an aesthetic / modern house, but you don't want to be too expensive on the fences, cause that rhymes. But anyway, so I'm just kind of making a little roof here again, but you don't want to be too expensive on the fences because it really just takes a lot of your money and it's just too unnecessary. So we're just gonna go to fences here, and just a appropriate fence to use right now is the wooden fence. The tall wooden fence. It costs only $90 per little stripe, and it's pretty decent price if you make like a pretty decent amount of money and you want to make a pretty decent house. It's a really good price. You could always recolor it, because I don't really like the pastel brown. I like linen as if I'm doing like an aesthetic house, but you can, if you like the pastel brown, you could keep it. But it's like a good size front yard there. I really like how the size of the front yard. But an example not to do is this Titan fence. It's $300 per one, and it's just really unnecessary. So don't use you could, but it's just really money consuming, and from my opinion, I don't think it even looks that good. So on to the next tip. Okay guys, so the next tip, the actual last tip, is coloring of your houses, and this is probably the most important out of all the tips I have given. I've kind of saved the most important for last to kind of see who's kind of sticking on the video. But the most important is coloring. I can't even talk about this enough, is because if you're trying to do aesthetic, modern, any type of house really. This is so much important because honestly, if you pick like, I don't know, this neon orange, it's just, for my opinion, I don't really like it. Especially for like a aesthetic house or even a modern house, it just really doesn't match the color. So colors I would recommend is white, or maybe like a seashell, or maybe like a linen-ish, kind of a linen, or even a fog color. I mean, I really like fog a lot because do not forget these textures. I'm like not adding any textures because I don't really want to at the time. But you could even like, guys, honestly, you could even use pastel yellow. Pastel yellow is really nice if you like doing pastel houses. If you like doing that, I mean, it's really cute if you're doing a pastel house. I really like pastel houses, but they're not really my full aesthetic. That's pastel yellow. I would recommend doing it for a roof, but that's the tip. Okie dokie, guys, I hope this video improved your Bloxburg building. I hope it's helped you guys. Doing my little swirl dance right here, but I really hope it helped you guys. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and see you on the next one. Please subscribe. Bye.